Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
I love Kevin because we're both teachers, respect this guy. We're trying to do the right thing with folks, aren't we?
Yeah, spread love, spread happiness, spread joy. Your world's broken, it's negative. There's so much bad stuff going on. Let's make some fun stuff and good stuff.
Let's make some fun stuff, good stuff, happy stuff. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
Photographing a motorcycle of yours today.
Yep.
And so why don't you just tell us a little bit about this beauty, and in particular, why did you get this bike? Because it's so different.
Story.
Your typical.
Yeah, as you know, I'm into the crusty vintage, the 38 knuckle hair, all kinds of crazy stuff going on in my life. But this one came through a friend of a friend. I actually picked it up in my 1968 van, so it was pretty cool. 68 Harley going into 68 van. So
Well played.
So the gentleman who was passing the torch to me with this bike, he was pretty excited. He knew it was going in the right person of the dibble.
So when we look around your shop, this is an anomaly for you. You said you fell in love with it right away. Why?
It's not a 100% stock bike. It's been customized back in the day, but what I loved about it was the styling, the colors. It popped at me. It caught my attention. I'm not usually into the shiny chrome pretty bikes, but this one, it's done so tasteful that I really, really was like that thing. I really don't want to change anything.
You don't want to change anything?
Nope.
Okay. It's beautiful. So for those who are watching this video and might not know the difference between a handhead, knucklehead, shovelhead. Sure, we got here and let's show why it is what it is.
This is a 1968 shovel head, and it's a generator style shovel head. So you see down here we have the kidney bean, and there's a generator on the inside there. So how these bikes work is once you get them started, the generator spins off the cam gears here in the timing cover, and that charges your battery and helps with running all your lights. It's called a shovel head because you see the heads here, they kind of look like the butt of a shovel. If you were going to step on your shovel to dig, they called it a shovel head. Whereas a pan head looks like upside down pan cover. You see here the knuckle head looks kind of like the knuckles on your fist. So every motor, they kind of keyed a nickname for it just by the way the engine looked, and so this is a 68 shovel head. It's a kidney style, generator style. They made these 66 to 69. So it's kind of a neat piece of history too, because they only made them for those years, and it's not like they made them for 10, 12, 15 years. It's a short window. And it's got a swing arm, comfortable. They call it electric glide because it's got electric start. But what's cool on these models too is you also had the option to kickstart them. So that was kind of neat. Not to me, I am a kickstart bike fanatic, so that was really a selling point. Yeah, it's got electric start, but I can still kick it. So I'm like, all right, cool.
And for now, you still choose to kick it.
I still choose. God keeps me going here. I'm gonna kick until I can.
All right.
And that's it. And every year I get a little older. People say, "How you feel?" I say, "I'm still kicking, just not as high."
All right, Jeff. Thank you.
Yeah, DK, glad you're here.
Let's get to work.
All right.
All right.
I'm happy.
Right on.
Oh, let's get the party started.
Alrighty then.
Okay, what we're seeing here in this first segment is my top-down lighting, which is one of my favorites. And here I'm using a foam core to reflect light up into the shadows. And then I'm going to use the headlamp light, but I didn't use a lot of it in the finished shot. Now I'm doing a little bit of right on the nose of the bike, tire, fender type lighting, in case I want that. And then I moved on to cross lighting, and in this case I'm going from back to front. And next I'll be going from front to back, and I ended up using these in the finished image. Don't always use them, but I used them this time. In fact, I didn't use my favorite light top down. Here I'm going top down again, but with a very, very high placement of the light to minimize how much light fall off I have across the bike. In other words, to get the bike evenly lit. and that was a great light, but I ended up just not using it. Here I'm backlighting the bike, and I didn't think I'd ever use that, and I did. Then I went ahead, and as long as we were at the shop, I decided to photograph the bike owner, Kevin, on his bike as a separate shot and portrait using my flashlights. So I had about a half-second exposure, which was critical to keeping Kevin sharp and still. He had to stay very still. And my key light were the two flashlights you just saw in my flashlight rig from top down. And then the underlighting or fill light was a third flashlight that my assistant was holding. And my half-second exposure pretty much underexposed the background and just kept, good light on him. And now we're looking at a raw test shot of it. There's my assistant bringing the fill light in, filling in underneath the brim of his hat and chin. And I think here we're just shooting a couple of different frames. And I became very excited about the shot, so then I had to run over to Kevin here in a moment and actually show it to him. And what we'll do in video 3 of this series is show you how I edited this final shot, which turned out great. Point being, you can use flashlights for portraits.